is hitting headlines once again, but not for the reasons you think. Known for his tumultuous relationship with singer Rihanna, Brown has once again thoroughly avoided the Cupid's hit. This time with Karrueche Tran. Tran had been in a volatile relationship with Brown for about 4 years, a shaky bond marked by the constant breakups, makeups, fights, and tears before it finally ended. During the time they were together, Tran had to face harassment and bullying on social media because of Brown switching between two women simultaneously. Now, Tran has a well-established career far removed from Brown, and the two are rarely mentioned or thought of together. But for those of us who were here to witness the cascading dominoes of their dating life, the scene is hard to put behind after all that it resulted in. So, to give you the history of all that happened between them, we have gathered interesting information. Let's rewind and observe how Brown and Tran ended up where they are now. Let's go back to how they met. Once upon a time, Karrueche Tran was a young girl with hopes and dreams of working as a stylist for Nordstrom in Los Angeles. She was a bright young woman who aspired to be a celebrity stylist and worked hard to ensure she was good enough for the position she wanted to achieve. She went on doing styling jobs for many people, and it so happened that she met Brown on one of those. In a conversation with Ianla Vanzant, Tran said they hit it off and then went to dinner at a restaurant called Norm's, which marked the beginning of their explosive relationship. After meeting and going on a few dates together, Tran and Brown began dating. However, Tran was not ready for what was about to come next. The thing is, Brown had just gotten out of another relationship with its own complications, his famously known affair with Rihanna. And the worst part was that he was still not over her.
So where does your relationship with him stand today? You know, you can't believe what you read. What do you want the world to know about your relationship with him?
We've been working on our friendship again, and now we're very, very close friends. We built a trust again, and that's it. Like, we love each other, and we probably always will.
This started a love triangle Tran had not signed up for when she started dating Brown. There were many instances that showed that while things were serious and stormy for her, Brown was only using her as a rebound to get over his ex. One such instance that showed how little Brown cared for Tran or even respected their relationship was on Christmas Day. Tran came over to his house to celebrate the joyous holiday, but Brown seemed to be distracted and have other plans. After telling Tran that he was going on a store run, he went away to be with his ex. Tran would not even have found out had she not opened the television to surf through after he left and saw him courtside with Rihanna at a local basketball game. Despite confrontation, Brown often had either meaningless apologies and did not change his behavior. After that Christmas, Brown and Rihanna reconciled briefly while Tran was left heartbroken. Despite their split up shortly after they got together, Brown and Rihanna tried to be friends. They also continued hanging out with each other and sparking rumors among fans while Brown was in an on-again, off-again relationship with Tran. This was why Tran got bullied on social media and often received multiple threats and warnings by Rihanna fans online. In an interview with Aquila and the B-Star, Keke Palmer in 2014, Tran opened up about the love triangle and the hardships she faced as an outsider in her own relationship when it came to Brown and Rihanna. Talking about her fears in the new relationship with a famous person, she said, "I have never dated a celebrity before, so it was very new to me. Paparazzi and all that." Tran also talked about the harassment she faced when she was in that relationship that felt less and less her own as time passed, stating, "And then, even the situation with Rihanna. The reason why people tuned into this so much was because it's relatable. I have girlfriends, I have a family who's gone through the same situation. It's the case of the ex. We all go through it. Do you know what I'm saying?" The struggles of being in a crossfire of two showbiz figures are not to be underestimated. Painting a picture for her audience, Tran told Keke, "In this case, my boyfriend is a celebrity whose ex-girlfriend is an even bigger celebrity. So, not only am I fighting a battle with her, I'm fighting a battle with her 14 million fans or whoever else." However, despite all the hate she had received, Brown's clear favor towards Rihanna and his dismissal of Tran was enough to keep her away. After things ended with Rihanna, Brown and Tran reconciled again, and she went as far as helping and supporting him when he ended up being called to jail. Brown, though, was not appreciative. He continued his stormy pursuit of Rihanna, refusing to acknowledge anything Tran did to win him over. Whenever he went back to her, Tran turned to social media to express her heartbreak and grief at the end of their relationship, only to get back with him sometime later. Throughout this time, Tran really loved Brown and wanted to share a future with him. Together, Tran and Brown had planned a future together despite their shortcomings because Brown wanted to start a family with the model. He tweeted his seriousness, stating, "At Karrueche, damn near 5 years and this woman's still putting up with my shit. Need to have this baby and stop playing." However, Tran wanted to get married before taking the decision of having children together with Brown. Although the couple had several arguments and splits, they had been planning to be together. Their differences, though, kept escalating and churning. The vicious cycle continued until Brown did the unthinkable. Many people believed there was little that could dissuade Tran from her relationship with Brown, smitten as she was with him. But then came the final straw that broke the camel's back. Brown fathered a child outside of his relationship with Tran and showed no remorse. She went on X, then Twitter, to at last announce their final split-up, stating that she was not aware of Brown's illegitimate child and learned about the kid the same time as everyone else. After everything she had been through, Tran had finally had enough and moved on from Brown and all the toxicity he had introduced into her life. Then the tables turned. It was now Brown that had a hard time moving on from and letting go of Tran. If he had been bad with Rihanna, he was somehow worse with Tran. Paparazzi found him stalking her at events she attended with friends and popping up wherever she went. It got to the point that Tran finally decided to take him to court and get a restraining order against him. In court, Tran finally let out everything that had been pent up inside her. Starting by stating that Brown had been stalking her, she revealed the emotional and physical abuse she had endured by him throughout their relationship. She talked about how he had thrown her down a flight of stairs and threatened her life, along with numerous other things he had done to upset and disturb her. She was granted a 5-year restraining order against Brown, which protected her as well as her mother and brother from his antics. Finally, after everything she had faced, Tran grew out of Brown. As of now, she has established a successful career as an actress and has made a name for herself that does coincide with Brown's wherever she is mentioned. She has notable roles in several acclaimed shows such as Games People Play and Claws, and many collaborations with famous fashion, makeup, and jewelry brands, a force in her own right. However, she has not completely forgotten what Brown put her through and the lessons she learned during her hazardous relationship with him. She mentioned these changes and reflections in a 2021 interview with Angie Martinez. Acknowledging her past relationship with Brown and the reasons for her behavior back then, Tran states, "I think what it was is that I wasn't putting myself first. Now I know how to love myself and do for me. I wasn't working out, not eating good, not drinking water, smoking too much weed."
Both.
Yeah.
I wanted to hide. I wanted to crawl. I smoked a lot of weed to take the pain away.
Go ahead now.
To literally have no brain of just, I don't want to think about anything. I don't want to get on my phone.
In the same interview, she talks about her journey to healing and growth, which had in many ways started when she finally received the wake-up call she needed through her past relationship with Brown. Tran elaborates, "That's a part of growth and your journey and your story. You hit those rock-bottom moments to bring you up. So now I look back and go, I'm never going to be that girl again." After everything Tran faced during her relationship with Brown, she is glad to announce that she has finally healed. The actress has moved on from what was once a crucial and destructive part of her life, aiming for a better future. Fans, however, are still indecisive about who was really at fault. Various perspectives come up in online discussions with the three individuals involved having their own fan base to defend them. Brown fans overlook many of his behaviors and refer to these accusations as attempts to bring down Brown's career, while Rihanna fans blame Tran for coming in between her relationship with Brown. This has caused much scandal between those still stuck on the rights and wrongs of the love triangle. At the end, though, what matters most is that everyone has found their own healing. The celebrities involved are past what happened and have let go of old grudges. And slowly, their fans are doing the same. What about you? What do you think of this scandal? Tell us below in the comments, and thank you for watching.